Good morning students. Today we are doing chapter 2 polynomials. We'll do the revision of the chapter today. I'm telling the definition of the polynomials. An algebraic expression in which the variable involved have only non-negative integral power is called a polynomial. Non-negative integral power means the power should be a whole number. One example I'm taking here, root x. Here value degree of x is 1 by 2, which is not a whole number. So this is not a polynomial. Degree of the variable should be a whole number. Then only we can say it is a polynomial. So this is not a polynomial. Now classification will do. Classification on the basis of degree and on the basis of terms. Now we are doing on the basis of degree. 0 degree, if a polynomial I am taking as constant polynomial, 0 degree polynomial is called as constant polynomial. Here I have taken 1 and minus 2. This minus 2 I can write as minus 2 into x raised to the power 0, because x raised to the power 0. Value degree of the variable is here 0, so it is called as 0 degree. Degree of this polynomial is 0 degree and is called as constant polynomial. All the constant numbers are called as 0 degree polynomial. Now 1 degree means linear polynomial. One example here I have taken as 2x plus 3. Here the degree of this polynomial is 1. So linear polynomial, 1 degree linear polynomial. One example here I have written as 2x plus 3. Now 2 degree 2 means quadratic polynomial. Quadratic, here 3 terms are given, degree of the first term, second term and third term. Highest degree is 2, so this is called as quadratic polynomial. 2 degree quadratic polynomial, this is the example. Now 3 degree, having degree 3 is called as cubic polynomial. One cubic polynomial here I taken as x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. Here the degree is, highest degree of the variable is 3. So this is a cubic polynomial. And not defined 0 polynomials, degree of the 0 polynomial is not defined, because I can write 0 as 0 into x, 0 into x raised to the power 2, 0 into x raised to the power 3. So degree is not defined. If I take first case, degree is 1, here degree is 2, here degree is 3. So degree of the 0 polynomial is not defined. This is the classification based on degree. Now classification based on number of terms. Monomial, a polynomial contains single term. One term is called as monomial. One example here I have taken as 3 and 4x. Both are single term is there, so it is called as monomial. Binomial, bi means 2. Binomial contains 2 terms but 2 unlike terms. 3x square plus 4x. Suppose I am taking like terms 3x plus 4x. When we'll add 3x plus 4x, it will be converted into a single term. So both terms should be unlike. Binomial, 2 unlike terms. Trinomial, 3 unlike terms. So the classification was based on the degree and based on number of terms also. Now one more important term I want to tell you. If I have to find here 0 of the 0 polynomial. 0 of the 0 polynomial is, it is any real number. It can be any real number. This is also important question. Okay. Okay, now we are doing question. Which of the following are the polynomials in one variable? Find out the degree of the polynomial. Also find the coefficient of x. 3 subparts are there in this question. In first part we have to find whether it is a polynomial in one variable or not. Look at here, variable is 1, x. So this is a polynomial. Why we can say it is a polynomial? Because power of the exponent is whole number. In the first term power is 3. Second term power is 2, third term it is constant, power is 0, and all are whole number. So we can say it is a, yes, it's a polynomial. And second part is find out the degree. 3 terms are there. Degree of the first term is 3, second term is 2, third term is 0, highest degree is 3. Therefore degree is, highest degree of the variable is called as the degree of the given polynomial. So degree is 3. And in the third part, we have to find the coefficient of x. Intentionally I haven't taken here x is missing, so we can write here 0x. So what is the coefficient of x? Here coefficient of x is 0. Three subparts were there. In the first part, whether it is a polynomial, yes it is a polynomial. Second part, find out the degree. Degree of the highest term is 3, so degree of the polynomial is 3. Third subpart here, find the coefficient of x is missing, so 0 into x, coefficient of x is equal to 0. Now in second part, here this is a polynomial but not in one variable, because two variables are occurring here, x and y. So we can say it is a polynomial but in two variable. Two different variables are there. And if we have to find out the degree of the first term is 2, second term is 1, so highest degree is 2, degree of the polynomial is 2. And in third part, degree is 2. In third part we have to find out the coefficient of x. With x here it is 8, so coefficient of x is 8. Now in third part, look at here, x raised to the power 5 by 2. 5 by 2, this is not a whole number, so we can say this is not a polynomial. Condition is, when we have to find out whether it is a polynomial or not, so the condition is power of the exponent should be a whole number. This is not a whole number, 5 by 2 is not a whole number, so it is not a polynomial. This is not a polynomial, so there is no need to find out the degree. Okay, next type we are doing, find the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 1. Given value, given polynomial is 3x plus 5. We have to find the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 1. Whatever value of the variable is given, we'll substitute the given value and we'll find the value of the polynomial. Here x is given as 1, so 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 is the value of given polynomial at x is equal to 1. In exercise 2.2 you'll get this type of question. And if we have to find the 0 of this polynomial, another type is how to find 0 of this polynomial. Take this polynomial, let the given polynomial is equal to x, therefore 3x plus 5, whatever is the given value, we'll take the given value is equal to x, we'll find the value of the variable, and that particular value will be the value of the root or 0, you can say, both are same, 0 of the polynomial or root of the polynomial. X is equal to minus 5 by 3. This is root or 0 of the given polynomial. In the first type of question, we have to find the value of the polynomial given with the given particular value of the variable. Here the value of the variable was given as x is equal to 1. On substituting the value of x, we can find the value of the given polynomial. Next type, find out the 0 of the given polynomial. Whatever polynomial is given, take the given polynomial is equal to 0, find the value of the variable, and that value of the variable will be the 0 or root of the given polynomial. In next type of question, we have to check whether these two are the zeros of the given polynomial or not. Take the given polynomial x square minus x minus 6. These two terms here, minus 2 and 3 are given. We have to check whether these two are the zeros of the polynomial or not. Substitute. Take the first value as minus 2. X is equal to minus 2. We'll substitute the value minus 2 square. Minus 2 minus 6, 4, negative negative positive, 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore minus 2, this is the 0 or this is the root of the given polynomial. Now the second value is 3. We'll substitute in place of x, we'll take as 3. So P3 is equal to minus positive is there, 3 square, minus of 3 minus 6, 9 minus 3 minus 6, 9 minus 9, which is equal to 0. therefore both are the zeros of the given polynomial. Okay, next type of question. Now we are doing application of the remainder theorem. Proof of the remainder theorem is deleted from your syllabus, but application part we have to do. One question I am taking here, find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by another polynomial. Two polynomials are given. Here the degree of the first polynomial is 3, degree of the second polynomial is 1. This 1 is less than by 3. So we will take this one will be the divisor and this one will be the dividend. Okay, here take linear polynomial. This linear polynomial 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 1 by 3. And we have to find out the remainder. Remainder is f of this value, this particular value will be the remainder. This is the remainder. So f of will substitute the value of x, which is 1 by 3 in the given polynomial. F of x is equal to 9x cube minus 3x square. 14x minus 3 will substitute the value 1 by 3 cube minus 3 into 1 by 3 square. 14 into 1 by 3 minus 3, which is equal to 1 upon 27. Minus 3 into 1 by 9, 14 by 3 minus 3, 9 and 27, it will be cancelled, 1 by 3, 3 and 3 cancelled, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3, 14 by 3 minus 3, cancellation, which is equal to 14 minus 3, 3 is a 9, 14 minus 9, 5 by 3 is the answer. Again I am explaining how we have find the remainder. Two polynomials were given. Here we have taken this polynomial because the degree of this one is less than the degree of this one. So we will take this polynomial is equal to 0. We will find the value of x and this particular value will substitute in the given polynomial fx. It will be the remainder. Here in place of x we have substituted x is equal to 1 by 3. So the remainder is f of 1 by 3 and this is the simplification. After simplification answer is 5 by 3. Clear? Okay, next type, if minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial, then find the value of a. Given condition is 1 0 is given. Minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. And then we have to find the value of a. Write down the given polynomial. Here it is px is equal to ax cube minus x square plus x plus 4. This is the given polynomial. Now the condition is minus 1 is the 0. If minus 1 is the 0, therefore minus 1 is the 0. Therefore remainder in this case will be equal to 0. Remainder is equal to p of minus 1 will be equal to 0. Because this is the 0 or this is the root, because this is the root, so remainder is 0. This is the required condition. Required condition. Now we are finding the value of p of minus 1. Given px is equal to ax cube minus x square plus x plus 4. We will substitute here x is equal to minus 1. So p of minus 1 is equal to a into minus 1 cube minus 1 square minus 1 plus 4, which is equal to minus a, negative negative, minus a minus 1 negative and plus 4, minus a minus 2 plus 4 plus 2, and the condition was remainder is equal to 0. Therefore this is equal to 0. Therefore a is equal to 2 is the final answer. Again I am explaining, condition was minus 1 is the 0 of the given polynomial. Find out the value of a. Minus 1 is the 0, therefore remainder is equal to 0 because it is completely divisible. One factor is given, one root is given here. this is minus 1 is the root, so p of minus 1 is equal to 0 is the required condition. On substituting the value equals to 0 will gives us the value of the unknown, and unknown is here a, so value of a is 2. Okay, next type we have to check whether the given polynomial is a multiple of this or not. Two polynomials are given, we have to check whether the first polynomial is a multiple of second or not. One example I am taking. Suppose here I have taken two numbers I have taken. When we divide 25 by 5, here the remainder in this case is coming as 0. So we can say here 5 is a factor. 5 is a factor of 25, or 25 is multiple of, this is the multiple of 5. When remainder is coming 0, then we can say either 5 is a factor or 25 is a multiple. Both are same, only the language is changed. 5 is a factor of 25 because remainder is coming 0, and similarly 25 is a multiple of 5 because remainder is coming 0. So here requirement is we have to find out the remainder. Relate this question with the previous question. Earlier here we studied about how to find the remainder, and here we are finding the remainder. Solution I am taking, take the linear polynomial, this gx is equal to 0. So x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. Remainder in this case, remainder will be polynomial at this value. Remainder is p of 1. This is the remainder. So now we are finding the value. Px is given as x cube, 27x square, 8x plus 18. And we are finding here p of 1. Substitute the value of x as 1. 1 cube, 27 into 1 square, 8 into 1 plus 18. 1 plus 27 minus 8 plus 18, which is equal to 28, plus 10, which is equal to 38, not equal to 0. Here remainder is not equal to 0. If remainder is 0, then we can say yes, this is a multiple of the given polynomial. If remainder is not 0, so we can say no, this is not a multiple of this one. Therefore, because remainder is not equal to 0, therefore this px is not a multiple of px is not a multiple of gx. Clear? Again I am explaining. Take the given polynomial is equal to 0, find out the value of x, substitute this value in the given polynomial. After substituting the value, we'll find the remainder. If remainder is coming 0, then we can say yes, this is a multiple of the given polynomial. If it is not equal to 0, so no, it's not a multiple. Okay, now next type, again based on remainder theorem only, important type of question. If the polynomials, two polynomials are given, if the polynomials, first polynomial and the second polynomial leave the same remainder when divided by x minus 2, leaving the same remainder, condition is leaving the same remainder. When these two polynomials leave the same remainder when divided by x minus 2, then find the value of the unknown b. Here b is unknown and we have to find out the value of this unknown quantity, and the given condition is same remainder, leave the same remainder. Okay, two polynomials are given. I am taking, let the first polynomial as p1x, 2x cube, bx square, 3x minus 5. Let the second polynomial as p2x, which is equal to x cube, x square minus 4x plus b. Remainder, they both are divided by x minus 2, so we will take x minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. So the remainder for the first case will be, here remainder for the first case is p of this particular value p2, and remainder for the second case is p2 of this particular value. First one I have given the name as p1 of the polynomial in x, and the second one P2 of x, and the condition leaving the same remainder. So the condition is P12 is equal to P22. Okay, value of both the polynomial at 2 we are finding, and both are same, so we'll equate both the values. Now we are finding the value P1 at 2 is equal to 2 cube plus b into 2 square plus 3 into 2 minus 5. 2 cube 8 2s are 16, 2 2s are 4b plus 3 2s are 6 minus 5, which is equal to 4b. 16 plus 1 17. Let this is equation 1. Now for the second case, P2, value of the second polynomial at 2 is equal to 2 cube plus 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus b, which is equal to 8 plus 4 minus 8 plus b. 8 and 8 cancel, 4 plus b. Now the condition was leaving the same remainder for both the cases are same. So on equating equation 1 and 2, on equating both the equation, we'll find the value of the unknown b here. 4b plus 17, 4 plus b. So 4b minus b, which is equal to 4 minus 17, 3b is equal to minus 13, b is equal to minus 13 by 3. Question, these type of questions are also very important. Two polynomials were given to us. Condition was leave the same remainder when divided by x minus 2. So take this value is equal to 0, find out the value of x, substitute this particular value in both the polynomials. When we'll substitute the value, we'll find the remainder, and the condition was remainder is same in both the cases. So remainder for the first case is 4b plus 17 after substituting the value. Remainder for the second case after substituting the value is 4 plus b. When we'll equate both the equation, we'll find the value of the unknown, which is equal to minus 13 by 3. Okay, next type is long division or actual division. Remainder theorem, application of remainder theorem we have done. Now we are doing next type of the question, which is actual division. Because here they are written, find out, divide this polynomial by the another polynomial and also find out quotient and remainder. If they are not asking quotient and remainder, then we can apply remainder theorem. But if the requirement is of quotient and remainder, then long division is necessary. So we are doing here, we are applying division, long division. First polynomial, degree of the first polynomial is 3, degree of the second polynomial is 1. This 3 is greater than 1, so this one will be the divisor. 2x minus 5 will be the divisor. We are dividing this polynomial by 2x minus 5. Look at the first term, here it is 2x and here it is 2x cube. 2x cube is required. We want to eliminate this 2x cube. So we'll multiply by x square. X square by first term 2x cube, and x square multiplied by second term multiplied by 5 is equal to minus 5x square. We'll change the sign. Cancelled. Minus 11 plus 5 minus 6x square, and the next term 19x minus 10. Now we want to eliminate this minus 6x square. Already 2x is there, so we'll multiply by minus 3x. Minus 3x multiplied by 2x minus 6x square minus 3x multiplied by minus 5, negative negative positive, plus 15x. Again change the sign. Cancellation. 19 minus 15 is 4x minus 10. 4x minus 10, and here it is 2x minus 5. Will multiply by 2. 2 2s are 4, 4x, and plus 2 minus 5 minus 10. Again change the sign. Cancellation. So remainder in this case is 0 and quotient is this, because quotient and remainder was required. So according to the requirement, we have to show the long division. So after long division, quotient is x square minus 3x plus 2 and remainder is 0. Okay, next type, using factor factorial theorem, factorize this cubic polynomial. Here the cubic polynomial is given. We have to factorize minus x plus 3. Here coefficient of x cube is 1. We'll multiply constant by the coefficient of x cube, which is equal to 3. Possible factor of 3 are plus minus 3 and plus minus 1. Here given polynomial is in x, so we are writing here p of x, which is equal to x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 3. These are the possible factor. I am taking let p is equal to 1. In place of x, I am substituting by hit and trial method. We are solving by hit and trial method. If 1 is not a factor, then we'll substitute minus 1. If 3 is a factor, okay. If it is not a factor, then we'll substitute as minus 3. Now here I am taking 1, p of 1. If I substitute the value of x is 1, if I'll get remainder is equal to 0, so it means this is a factor. So 1 cube minus 3 into 1 square minus 1 plus 3. 1 minus 3 minus 1 plus 3 cancelled. So remainder in this case is coming as 0. If p of 1 is 0, remainder is 0. Therefore x minus this value, x minus 1, this is a factor of the given polynomial. And the given polynomial was cubic polynomial. Now if it is a factor, so we can divide it. After dividing, x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 3, because it is a linear, when we divide this, we'll get a quotient will be in the form of quadratic polynomial. X cube, here it is x, so we'll multiply it by x square. X cube, x square minus 1 minus x square, change the sign, minus 2x square minus x plus 3. Minus 2x square is required and here it is x, so we'll multiply by minus 2, minus 2x square, minus 2x minus 1 plus 2x, change the sign, which is equal to minus 3x. Here I am doing minus 3x plus 3. Minus 3x plus 3 and here it is x minus 3. We'll multiply by minus 3, which is equal to minus 3x. Minus 3 into minus 1 plus 3, again change the sign, remainder is equal to 0. Therefore, here I am doing now, given polynomial was this x cube. Here I am writing the division algorithm, which is equal to dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So divisor is, this is the dividend, which is equal to x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 3. Divisor is x minus 1 and quotient is this quadratic polynomial x square minus 2x minus 3. Remainder in this case is 0. We'll write down the first factor as it is and here it is quadratic polynomial. So we'll find out the factors by splitting the middle term. We can find out the factors. X square, when we'll do the multiplication, minus 3 is required, and when we'll add minus 2x is required. Minus 3x plus x minus 3. Common term is x, x minus 3 plus 1 into x minus 3. Common factor is x minus 3 into x plus 1, and the first factor was x minus 1. These are the factors of the cubic polynomial. One cubic polynomial was given. Here we have to find out the factor. So by hit and trial method, here we find the first factor. Take the first factor, take x minus, if p of 1 is equal to 0, means remainder in this case is coming as 0. So x minus 1 is a factor. After long division, we will find the quotient. Quotient will be quadratic, because it is a quadratic polynomial, because it was a cubic. When we divide cubic by a linear polynomial, we will get a quadratic polynomial. With the help of, by splitting the middle term, we can find out the two factor. Already one we find, here three factors are there in this cubic polynomial. If it is a cubic polynomial, at most there will be three factors. Okay, this is the answer.